Hello and welcome to another episode with Kenzie Tech. In today's course, we're going to continue on SOQL and we're going to create a most basic SOQL statement, just a basic one to know the interface and how we create it and the basic syntax that goes along with it. All right, so let's go ahead and log it into Salesforce. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. Basically, within Salesforce, we're going to go to Setup. And one of the most common or easiest ways where we could type in our SOQL commands is from Setup, you choose the Developer Console. From Setup, we're going to go to Developer Console, which is going to pop up window for us. And in that window, notice all the way down, we have a query editor. So we're going to click on the query editor. It's going to show us the syntax for creating a SOQL statement. It's select, columns, from, and type. In this case, the type is object. So if I'm looking to get data from an object, then I type in select and then the list of fields that I'd like to get separated with a comma from the object that I'm getting the data from. And that's the most basic one. Once I type in my command to see the data, I'll click on execute. And then this over here will be populated with my data. So suppose I'm trying to get the name of accounts. So what do? I type in select. And then the field or the column name is name. And then from, and the object name is account. What I do to run it is click on execute. And sure enough, it's populated with the names of all the accounts that I have. Okay, now I'd like to select more than one field. And to make sure that we're doing this very conveniently and easily, we're going to go to our object manager within Salesforce. We're going to select the account object. Notice for the object name that I'm using the API name, which is account. And then the field name, when I go to fields and relationships, I'm not choosing the label name, which is what you see on the screen, account space name, because I can't have spaces on my fields in SOQL. I use the field name, the API name. So if I want to get the account name, I'm going to type in name. Well, let's say we'd like to see something else. We'd like to see a phone number. So I'm going to click on phone. Let's just copy and paste it. So name, comma, phone. Is there another field that we like? Sure. Let's see. Pick another field, such as a description, if there's a description in there of the account. So comma, description. So in between the field names, there's a comma. The last one doesn't have a comma after it. So it's select the list of fields that I'd like to see from, and then the object that I'm getting the data from. If I want to see them here, I click execute. And sure enough, I see the names, the phone numbers, and the descriptions of the accounts that I have. Name, this is the name. Phone, this is the phone. Description, and here's the description of the fields that I'm looking for. Now, just to make sure that we've mastered the basics of SOQL, let's take a different object. Let's go to opportunities. So it's going to be select the fields that I want from opportunity. So let's go to the object manager, make sure we have the right object name. Which is opportunity. So we're going to copy that name, opportunity. So select, we're going to put our fields in here, and then from, and then the object name is opportunity. Now let's see what fields we'd like to get. In this case, we want to get the, let's say the amount. And the order doesn't have to be a specific order. So you can place it in the order you'd like your report to be, not necessarily the order in which they are within the object. So opportunity name. I want to have name, comma, amount. And let's just add one more field. Opportunity type. So I have a select, a list of fields with a comma in the middle, separating between them, and then from, and then the object name. So if I execute, all those should be up here. Let's go ahead and run that. Sure enough, we have the names, the amounts, and the types. So this is the most basic query that we can build to get all the data that's within an object. Of course, we can do a lot more computations and calculations and aggregations and a lot of interesting things that we're going to do together in this course. But just wanted to make sure that we were starting this together. There's different ways where I could plug in my SOQL. The easiest and most convenient one is to go through the developer console. So setup, developer console, kicks up this box, go to the query editor, put in my select statement, hit execute, and I see my data. In other places, for example, I can export this data more easily into Excel or other formats, or see it or create it in dashboards and reports if I'm using some business intelligence interface, for instance. I hope you guys enjoyed this first session, and we look forward to seeing you in other sessions. Now, all the select statements and all the queries that we're building, you're going to find them in our website. So if you take the course on Kinsey Tech, every single class or every single session has the SOQL statements attached in there as well, so that we can copy paste it and run it in addition to other things. Best of luck. Thank you.